Thank you so much. Welcome back to our spheric morning update on our also review of our newspapers. Sorry for that short transmission. So we're also going to discuss on Punch newspaper. On Punch newspaper, we have on the top Punch newspaper, federal government loses 13.221 million barrels of oil. Barrel of oil worth 603 billion in 2022.
That is whopping sum.
Whopping sum, yeah.
It's something that in the past weeks you discovered that between the Nigerian Navy, Customs, and the NNPC, they continue to trade blames here and there regarding the oil theft in the creek. Well, it's really unfortunate because at a time that Nigeria is suffering from dwindling budget, and you have such quantum of oil being stolen. Well, if you look at what the Nigerian Navy is saying, Nigerian Navy is like kind of accusing an NPC, because what they are saying is that they police the maritime border between Nigeria and the international water, but they discovered that, for instance, the chief of naval staff raised an accusation and said, look, a super tanker came all the way to Nigeria, very close to Benin, to load. And they discovered that Nigerian Navy now intercepted them and they ran away. What they're not saying that most times NNPC is the sole exporter of the oil, issue papers, and Navy, what they does is to verify the papers whether it tally with what they have. So, and they discovered that most times this oil have been taken away. Well, the way the oil have been stolen is this: you have the organized theft, then you have the militant who are siphoning through busting of the pipeline. So this is disturbing. There's nothing that we can say here than at the highest level of the authority, that is at the presidency. The president must intervene in this case so that this theft is becoming too much. So such amount of money is too huge. You discover that this money is going to private hands, and we are talking about insecurity. The insecurity I was talking about, people fund the insecurity. If the government is serious, they should be able to look into this direction to say, okay, who are the people behind this oil theft? Because such money could import arms. Once arms are being imported, they could make the country ungovernable. It's really unfortunate. It's sad.
We also have 500 senior doctors left Nigerians, says medical body. We have over 500 senior doctors leaving Nigerians, and we have millions of Nigerians. Yeah,
it's really sad because I think Nigeria Medical Association just recently they said about 6,000 doctors left Nigeria for UK alone. Then we're talking about there are other ones that left for Saudi Arabia, Germany, and so many other places, and Canada. You understand that as we are talking now, several Nigerians, apart from the medical doctors, professionals are leaving Nigeria to go in search of greener pasture elsewhere. Well, it's sad. These are professionals. It takes time. You discover that the ratio of a doctor to Nigerian seeking medical attention is so high. But we have a situation now that we are experiencing brain drain, whereby the best of our brain are going elsewhere. Because of what? Because the condition there is more conducive for them. They go there and they accord them that importance. But here we seems to ignore them. Don't forget that up to now, ASU is still on strike. You understand? So, and this ASU too that is on strike, probably some of them will now get their visa and just leave. The same way doctors are leaving. It's really sad. Government, everything is government, because it's only the government that is a regulator in this case now. What is amiss that they are not getting it here, that they are making them to go elsewhere? This is what the government must look into.
All right, so still on Punch newspaper, we have another top headline. FG may loses 7.58 trillion to contract dispute damage.
It's expected.
You know about Mabila.
Yeah,
and all that cases as well. But on that paper, he said this was done due to officials negligent.
It's like that. Take for instance, take the case of this Ajakuta issue that the Indian company decided to take the FG to court. They are seeking for damage because during the administration of Obasanjo, they entered into that agreement. And eventually, Yar'Adua came in and decided to terminate the agreement. So it's a lot. That is just one of it. Then you are talking about the disco. Government tried to make attempt to like take over the disco from the private owners,
which was done under Jonathan.
Which was done under Jonathan. It eventually it will lead to litigation, and once it leads to litigation, government will pay damages, and this is what they are talking about. We are talking about dwindling revenue, but through some loopholes, you discover that at the end of the day, government will now cough out some money into some private hands, all in the name of litigation, the agreement that's signed before. So it's really sad, but there's nothing that we can do about it. It's all within the ambit of the law.
Throughout the weekend, so much tribute on the Queen of Elizabeth, and just yesterday, there was a tribute as Queen of Elizabeth coffee arrived at Edinburgh Palace.
Yeah.
Yesterday. So the procession of her transition.
Yeah, it's really, you understand that in the last, she stayed in power for 70 years.
70 years.
And you can now see that a generation.
80 to 90% of citizens already know her.
Used to her. So they decided to come out massively to
She's the longest reigning king in the world.
You understand? So it's, to me, the only thing that I see from them now to us here in this part of the world, there is something that we have to learn. Whether we like it or not, she's like a symbol of the British kingdom. So being a symbol like that, we need within Nigeria here, we need people like that too, that we see as a symbol. But it's really sad. Remember that Chimamanda Adichie, recently she was in Nigeria, and she said something that Nigerians, we don't have symbol, that we don't have a kind of leaders that we see as symbol. And you now see in UK, they have somebody like Queen Elizabeth, who now become a symbol of that United Kingdom. We don't have that here. It's really sad. We just pray that, and it will not just come overnight. It will come from service delivery, but which we don't see here.
When I listened to CNN over the weekend, the presenter said that she exercised so much power, not just in the UK, on a global.
Yeah, it's more, our power transcends beyond the United Kingdom
yes.
to the Commonwealth. Even we in this part of the world,
to part of Nigeria,
to Kenya, India, and all over. You understand? It's only we here now that we have not declared a kind of a public holiday for our death.
But the president ordered yesterday and today to
have mass flag
in honor of
the passing. Yeah,
that's also a good comment. So the next newspaper review will be on the Guardian newspaper. On Guardian newspaper, we have Ekiti Oshopu. More questions tried INEC server hacking claim. Yeah.
The chairman of the INEC himself, he came out to say so that look that hackers tried to make attempt to hack their servers during the Osun and the Ekiti elections. Well, it's sad. It's something that it's normal.
It's something they should be prepared for.
They should prepare for.
But even on the presidential election,
it will happen.
So many international hackers who will try to hack
and
the server.
You understand? And then let's not forget that look, we have Nigerian politicians are so crookish. I'm sorry to use that language.
Don't use the word.
Yes, I'm sorry to use that language. But politicians can go to any length. You understand? They can make attempt to sabotage every effort so that to their own gain. And I believe that INEC should be equal to the task. They should prepare ahead. They shouldn't give room for any excuse to say, okay, hackers now attempted and succeeded. No, there should be no room for that, because it takes them 4 good years to prepare that. 4 good years is good enough for them to put whatever thing they gather experience into use. So they shouldn't give that room to hackers. Nigerians will not entertain any excuse.
So we have another top highlight story on Guardian newspaper. Aviation workers issues 14 days ultimatum, begins protest against anti-labor closure.
It's really sad. It's unfortunate that some of these things keep coming. When we are trying to escape from one, another one is coming up. Understand that this aviation sector has become problematic. Before now, you have the airline operators, they went a kind of a few hours strike, and now they have their own this thing. There's something that is not normal there. Something that is not normal there is the high cost of aviation fuel, which they have said it. And if you understand very well, when an operators like airline are crying out like this, what they are aiming at is they want a kind of government intervention. What is the government intervention in this regard? Government intervention that will come like a bailout, of which I don't think government is ready to do that, because government too is suffering paucity of fund. So the aviation, they should be able to solve their own problem within themselves. But we should not forget that, look, this is a critical sector. We are talking about safety. If they cannot continue, they cannot operate in an environment whereby it's not conducive for them. The aviation fuel that they are crying about, government should look into it. If they are going to like offer like a subsidy to them, specifically to the aviation sector, to say, look, okay, look, buy the aviation fuel at this rate, then government will now augment the remaining one. They should be able to like, because there is no way that a nation can survive without having a thriving aviation transportation.
The next review is to be on Tribune newspaper. The Tribune newspaper, we have headlines. NCDC announces 21 monkeypox cases in 7 days. So
the monkeypox has become it's an epidemic that Nigeria is dealing with it, just like some other part of the world. It's really sad, but since it has not become to a kind of that large scale, at least it's still within the manageable level. So, but Nigeria should comply with whatever directive that the NCDC is giving, because without us complying with, I don't think that NCDC alone will succeed. Again, NCDC, they should create that awareness, that sensitization, whereby Nigerians will be aware, because it seems as if it's only within the people within the media that are in the know of monkeypox. The rest of, unlike what we record during the COVID-19, the awareness is not there. So Nigerians should know more than what they know for now.
So, despite the vote of confidence, IO faces crucial week in battle of survival. Wike can't be making and unmaking PDP chairman. Group. So he produces chairman and he remove and replace PDP chairman. So
it seems as if
top of the also headline on the Tribune newspaper: 16 fired, killed government attack Ifanyoba convoy in Anambra State. Federal government sue APC, asks industrial court to compel lecturers to return to classroom. What is your view on, or your thoughts in all of this? The most important one, is the Southeast. Southeast has become an unsafe place.
Yeah, it's really sad, because we have Northeast, which is already plagued by the insecurity, then the Northwest. Then now we are recording another phenomenon in the Southeast, which is really sad. It's really unfortunate that things degenerate to this level, whereby you have broad daylight, people who could come out with well armed and attack and just go like that. It's really sad. But I believe that it has not really gone out of hand, but the people should be able to like provide the security agencies, the law enforcement agencies with the needed information, because the security agencies, they are not aliens, they are not like invisible that they will know everything. The gunmen or whatever name that we call them, they are human beings too. They are not spirit. They move around. They have houses. They have a place that they live. So if the people cannot assist the security agencies, the task of curtailing the insecurity will be tedious for the security agencies. So the people that should watch out within the neighborhood, who is your neighbor, people that move around within any neighborhood, they should be able to watch out for the suspicious movement of persons and provide the necessary information to the law enforcement agencies to be able to do their work. We don't want a situation that what is happening in the northwest or northeast to happen in southeast.
The next newspaper to review will be on leadership. Our next paper will be on leadership newspaper. Trending headline story on leadership newspaper is a potential primary fallout. We are aggrieved, but we remain in APC. Amaechi, Onu, and Nwajiuba.
I think it was last week that we were discussing this, because we have not really seen, just since that June 8th APC primaries, we have not seen these former ministers coming out to like associate themselves with the APC presidential candidate. We don't know where the problem is coming from, or is it that the APC presidential candidate has not been carrying them along, or he made attempt to carry them along and they are not complying. Nobody knows what is happening for now. Whatever thing we see now is just mere speculation, but the fact is that there's no way APC can go into the election come February 2023 without carrying these chieftains along, because these are persons that they are part of the APC, they are part of the formation of APC, they are part of the merger that bettered APC. So it would be suicidal for the APC presidential candidate to go into that election without carrying them along. Take for instance somebody like Rotimi Chibuike Amaechi, who came second. This is somebody that is being seen as the Lion of Niger Delta. It's not just like one local champion that you can just decide to ignore and just have it smoothly. Everyone that is involved within that primaries should be carried along. That is the way I see it. It cannot be done through another way. APC should have a unified house. Let's not forget that, look, over this same fate ticket is cheering the Nigerians that have that intention to even look at them. Then we are in a situation whereby they are going to an election with a divided house. It's not what we should expect. APC should put their house together. The aggrieved members, they should bring them on board and talk to them. There's nothing that dialogue cannot solve.
Here comes to the end of our newspaper review this morning, Monday morning. We want to say a big thank you to all our subscribers and our viewers who are following us day to day, who are also watching our programs, those of you who are sharing our content. We are deeply grateful for all this huge support. Do not forget to follow us in case you are joining us for the first time, in case you are clicking on our YouTube page for the first time. Do not forget to follow us on our Instagram at Aspheric News. Do not forget to also follow us on our Facebook at Official Aspheric News. Do not forget to follow us on our Twitter page at Aspheric News. Also, do not forget to watch us all the time on Aspheric TV on YouTube. We're on YouTube. We have our YouTube channel is always active. We have more content, more than this on your YouTube channel. Do not forget to follow us. And while you're following us on our YouTube channel, do not forget to click on the notification button on the YouTube to enable you get more details about content that we upload or what we get online every time. I want to say a big thank you to all of you. Those of you that have been part of it from the day one, we're deeply grateful. Your presence is important. We say thank you so much and have a blessed day until we come back to you end again.